This morning, right now at the Speed Museum, a new exhibit is taking a different look at history through the objects that shaped the period.
It's called The Bitter and the Sweet, and it examines Kentucky's role in the sugar trade in the 18th and 19th centuries. Sam Carter is live at the Speed Art Museum with a look around. Hi, Sam.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, a really fascinating exhibit. As you said, it examines it through the lens of those who lived here and the objects they used while they were doing that. And here to tell us is the Terra Foundation Assistant Curator, Jennifer. Now, Jennifer, these are some of the stars of the show. Tell us what these are and really the importance of them on a kind of a historical level.
Okay, these are indeed some of the stars of the show here, and they are Kentucky sugar chests, which were made in Kentucky from about 1790 to 1850 by Kentucky craftsmen, made specifically for the storage of sugar, both unrefined brown sugar and also highly refined white refined sugar.
And I want to get into some of the details, as I promised you while we were off air. We're not going to get too granular with them. Granular sugar, you like that. But you notice that all of these have blocks on them. Was that to kind of protect a valuable asset that was refined sugar?
Well, we can imagine that a locked piece of furniture was to store the valuables inside. In this case, it would have been sugar. If you look around the Kentucky Gallery, you'll see other pieces with locks as well. Chests of drawers, sideboards, etc.
They really are incredible pieces of history. I mean, they're quite utilitarian in their way. One of the things that fascinates me about anything that's even similar to this is the importance of preserving history through a specific lens. Why is it important that we kind of preserve this and offer people the chance to see it, which they can right now through the beginning of April?
Right. The sugar chest, I think, by nature of its utilitarian form and also often regionally specific decoration, has rendered these pieces specific to Kentucky and therefore have been highly collectible and viewed with a very strong sense of nostalgia within our state. And I think our exhibit with its interpretive material will allow us to kind of re-examine why these pieces and how these pieces came to exist in the first place through the lenses of our themes, the transatlantic economy, the vicious human toll of enslavement.
Yeah, I mean, it does. It dives right into that, the vicious human toll of enslavement that really kicked into high gear with the sugar trade. This exhibit examines all of that and much, much more. We'll have a lot more coming up from the Speed Museum. It really is a fascinating exhibit. Do yourself a favor. If you still have family in town, this is a great way to kind of introduce them to Kentucky.
That's a good idea, and that ticket gets you into the whole thing, so you can really see all that the Speed has to offer.
And I wouldn't say extremely small kids, maybe not toddlers, but younger children like my daughter who's 7.
Yes.
She enjoyed the Speed recently when she visited. So maybe this last week of break, get the kids out there.
I tell you what, Sam, it's a great idea, too. If a lot of